Hello everybody and welcome to Oshhaw Stadium, your home of the St. Thomas Tommies here on NCAA 14, and we are playing host to Big Ten bottom dweller Rutgers, home of the Scarlet Knights. And should be a good game. They are currently 2-6 on the season. We're 3-5 as we're seeking to continue this winning streak and increase our chances of making our very first bowl game, because we are still in contention for that. So it should be interesting. Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. Let's go ahead and jump into some game action.
So we start things off here at Oshhaw Stadium. Gonna give it to our man John Christensen, who takes it up the gut for 5 yards. And as you notice, we have our starting quarterback, which means
now some amazing news for us is that Jesse Walton does return to the starting lineup here today, as he still is dealing with that injury. But the good news for us is that he was upgraded to probable, and Jesse Walton is going to be ready to go for us, and that'll be a big boost for our squad, as he's a 68 overall with, a better arm than Desi Lindsay. They have about the same mobility, but we know that Desi Lindsay will be waiting in the wings just in case Jesse Walton gets hurt at some point during the game today.
And we'll definitely need Jesse Walton here, because now we have a 3rd and 4 coming up. We got to get this first down. We don't want to give Rutgers the ball quickly, as we got that first down real nice. And now we'll get to keep our drive alive for now, as we're just going to throw the ball early on, use some timing routes. Try to get it to our receiver here. I believe that was Kevin Stone. However, pass was a little bit off target, so just going to go ahead, and it's 3rd and 1 coming up here. Going to try to convert it. And we get it to Freddie Gibson, who gets a nice 30-yard gain, and most importantly, keeps our drive going once again, as we'll go to the play action. And there's Joel Collins making a catch and running over somebody. You don't see that very often here, at least in these early seasons of the St. Thomas Dynasty. As Jesse Walton, he's going to take it up the middle. Nice little keeper, which gets us to 1st and goal, and we're going to do something a little different. Going to go ahead and toss it, and John Christensen's going to deliver, as your Tommies are going to take the early lead on Rutgers here at Oshhaw Stadium. So now it's Rutgers time with the ball, and we need to get a stop. We're going to need quite a few stops today in order to pull the upset. They may only be 2-6, but can't forget that they're also fighting for bowl eligibility, just like we're also fighting for that bowl eligibility, technically speaking, as there's Stanley King making a catch over in the middle. But yeah, whoever loses this game is going to essentially be out of contention for a bowl game. So this is going to be huge for both teams, as there's Josh Parker bringing the quarterback down. So now Cole Snyder and company are dealing with a long 3rd down here. Snyder, he's looking to his left, and they only need 14. They end up getting 15. So their drive, once again, is going to stay alive here as they look to tie this ball game, but we get an incompletion, which would have had that on the 3rd down play. But now we do have them at another 3rd down, and it looks like they're going to try to run a screen here. It's 3rd and 12, and running back, he's going to get a nice chunk of yards, but it's not enough. So we got a 4th down coming up here, and they're going to try to attempt the field goal here. Looks like it's about a 51-yarder, and it's going to be no good. So the Tommies get a stand on defense early on, and we will get the ball right back. Unfortunately for us, though, we actually go 3 and out, so nothing really happened on that drive, nothing interesting. So now Rutgers is going to get it right back. And just as per usual, Stanley King, he's going to make a nice catch and get us to somewhat close to midfield. But as Snyder, he's looking around. Nobody is looking after his quarterback necessarily. And it's going to take Corey Fitzpatrick to actually bring this man down. And he does after he gets the 1st down. So now 2nd and 8, couple plays later, it's going to be a run up the gut to Aaron Young, who nearly picks up the 1st down himself. However, just short. So we got a 3rd and 2 here. Looks like they might run some kind of screen, but it's really just a slant over the middle. Nice disguise, as Paul Williams is able to haul it in and keeps the drive alive. As now we're getting into the last minute of this 1st quarter. We can still leave the 1st quarter with a lead, As Stanley King is able to make a couple guys miss, and it's going to take Matt Genn and company to bring this quarterback down. And with 30 seconds left, looks like Rutgers, for the first time today, is in the red zone. And the first thing they do in the red zone, it's going to nearly gets it to the end zone. But Marv Santana and looks like Jeff Outlaw were both there to make the stop. So now 1st and goal. I actually nearly jump offside, so it makes me lock into the defensive tackle. I think that was Corey Ford. But behind us, they got the touchdown. And so now it's a 7-7 tie ball game here at Oshawa Stadium. And now as St. Thomas takes the field, we're trying to get a first down. And that's actually going to end the first quarter. We're tied at 7. But we still got points on the board. We have plenty of work to do here in Oshawa Stadium. Alright, so welcome back to the second quarter of this ball game. Going to start by throwing the ball over the middle to Kevin Stone. Kevin Stone makes a nice catch for us. He was doing much improved. I would say probably one of the most improved players out of all of the walk-ons. As Patrick Miller could have made a great catch for us. It was a beautiful throw, thrown right on the dot for Jesse Wallen. But it was thrown incomplete. As now we're going to try to throw it over the middle to Mark McDaniel on the next play. He gets lit up like a Christmas tree. Was able to pick up the first down as Jesse Wallen is going to take it back on the ground the next play. He's able to pick up 7 himself. Nice job there. Next play, we're going to fake the option but then turn into an actual pass. Wallen's looking around trying to find somebody. He finds Mark McDaniel. A little bit of an ill-advised throw, but it's still going to work nonetheless as the Tommies are looking to take the lead here. Wallen, he's going to throw to the right-hand side to Christensen. That could have been a potential touchdown, but alas, he stepped out of bounds. And so we're a little bit far away from the end zone. So we're going to go ahead, at least cut into that and throw it to Chad McKenzie here. Makes it 2nd and 3. And then we're just going to go ahead, finish it off with Jesse Wallen. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 14-7 lead. Upset alert on the horizon. Gotta love to see it. And I would also love to see some defense here, but it looks like we might not get much of that today as both offenses are looking extremely good right now. Here early on in this game, there's only been a couple of stops, for one stop for each team. After that, it's been touchdowns, so it's been touchdown or bust. And right now, with the way Rutgers is moving the ball in this drive, it's probably going to be a touchdown, but you never know as Snyder, he's going to drop back to pass, go to his right, and find a streaking Stanley King. Receivers were initially covered, but we just couldn't get any pressure on the quarterback, so he had plenty of time to get the ball off, and now it's a long game, and then here we go. We almost get to him this time around, but he's able to find Woods once again, and that's going to tie this ball game. And on top of that, Paul Woods actually is going to increase his school receiving touchdowns in a season. He's at touchdown number 12. So good for him, but not good for us. They tied this ball game back up. So, these next 4 minutes are going to matter a lot, and particularly the first play or the first drive of the second half, because Rutgers does get the ball to start the second half. So we need to come into halftime, either lift the lead or we need to at least keep it tied. We don't want to give them the lead before halftime. So we're going to try to see if we can cut some time off the clock as well as get some points on the board. And to do that, we're going to run the ball heavy, at least to start this drive. First with a run of 5 yards, and then go do the same thing with John Christensen. I mean, if it's not broken, why fix anything, John Christensen, he's running pretty well today. But then we had not Wilkins, but we had Dilkins in the game. I combined Wilson and Christensen's names for some reason, but Dilkins, he in women to game action, he gets his first catch and turns it into a first down. And then we're going to throw a rope to Kevin Stone. He makes a man miss and is able to get it into the red zone. So now here we are with 2 minutes left here in this first half. We can definitely take the lead against Rutgers, which would be big for us because we definitely do need it. As Kristen picks up 6 here. 3rd and 3 coming up though. And we actually, we're going to try to pass it initially. Find Christensen. He is able to actually streak up field, and we got just enough for this first down. However, we might end up getting stalled here because on his 3rd and goal, Wilson gets stood up at about the 2-yard line. So we're going to go ahead, kick a field goal using one of our timeouts, and we will go into the halftime with a 3-point lead. So that's big for us. You would love to see a touchdown, though. Alright, boys, so welcome back to the second half of this game. And first thing they're going to do, they're going to run up the gut with Young. And Young's going to be able to make a couple guys miss himself. Common theme here for the St. Thomas defense. And we don't have quite the solid tacklers that I would like to see. But there's Patrick Young out of the backfield once again. Actually, that's Aaron Young, excuse me. I don't know where I got Patrick Young from, but whatever. I was guarding him, so that was my bad. So now that led to a big game because of my failings as a defensive guy. As there's Aaron Young again, making a catch out of backfield, not a first down, but still a nice game, Young less. So you have a 2nd and short here. Snyder's going to throw over the middle. I thought the 2 receivers are going to interfere with each other. That was not the case. And that's another first down for Rutgers as they look to take the lead for the first time today. As Snyder, he's going to throw over the middle to Matt Alamayo, who picks up 7 more yards and gets it a lot closer. Basically makes it a 1st and goal situation, but we do stall them out, and they will settle for another field goal. However, unfortunately for us, we go 3 and out following that drive. So now they actually do have a chance, unless we get a turnover, which we have struggled at doing that this year. They can take the lead right here, right now. As Snyder, he's going to throw a dart to Paul Woods. We get a big hit, though. Unfortunately, the hit was not hard enough, as he was still able to hang on to the ball. So now 2nd and 10, Snyder in shotgun. He's going to throw a rope to Stanley King. Stanley King was able to make the catch. He's having a phenomenal day, actually. 9 catches for 116 yards. And we're only halfway through the 3rd quarter as we break up the passing for now. We stall this offense. Have a chance to get another stand because we would certainly love to see that. But unfortunately, none of us could get to Cole Snyder as he keeps it into the end zone. And now we're down by 7. Alright, so we really need to get some points on the board because we're starting to lose control of this game as we have struggled thus far in the second half. That's why you really haven't seen too many highlights of the St. Thomas offense during this quarter because we just haven't done anything good on the offense until now with Andrew Green making the catch. But we got to keep it going. We got to get into the end zone. We don't want to see Rutgers pull away as we try to get the screen. But John Christensen gets held up. And as the lineman was able to respond quickly. And that's going to be a loss of 6. Definitely don't want to see that when we've been having struggles in the second half. We're going to try to throw it to Mark McDaniel, get to the first down marker. But it's dropped, unfortunately. So we got a long 3rd down coming for us here. Hopefully we can get it as we're looking around. We're going to try to throw it over the middle. And Jesse Wall nearly throws an interception. So thankfully, because that interception attempt was dropped, we were at least able to punt the ball away. And at the very least, be able to make them work for it a little bit more. Give ourselves a little bit better of a chance. Don't want to go for it just yet. But this Rutgers team just has too much speed for us right now. As Stanley King off a quick slant. That's his 10th catch of the day, by the way. We simply haven't had an answer for him. We tried zone, we tried man. Nothing's working right now. As, yeah, this Rutgers team, they may be 2 and 6, but they are in the Big Ten. And, eventually that talent disparity is going to show. And right now I think it's showing. It's just, how are we going to respond right now? And we're going to need a big response in order to at least keep this game close. As Rutgers is driving down the field. They want to make this a 2-score game. Try to take our hearts out as there is another short completion, but it's just enough for the first. It's just that we keep putting ourselves in these 3rd down situations. We have the potential to make the stop. We just haven't done so as there's Eric Young running down the sideline. And Matt Gent was able to bring him out of bounds, but not before he picks up 32. And it's now another 1st and goal as Rutgers seeks to take the lead here, and we completely whiff on the tackle. and we're going to pay for it dearly. As now, we're down by 2 scores. We got to get some points on the board, and we need it now. First, we're going to get John Christensen on the screen, and he had green grass in front of him. Unfortunately, he gets tripped from behind, and that's going to end the third quarter. It's all going to come down to this drive as things are Rutgers starting to pull away. We got to get ourselves back on track if we want to win this ball game. Alright, boys, so welcome back to this fourth quarter, and we're going to try to get a quick screen, try to get him off balance, and it doesn't work. But you best believe we are going for this 4th down. You know, we only need 1 yard. You know, I think we can get it done. But unfortunately, I was wrong. We did not get it done, and we're going to give it right back to Rutgers. And not only are we giving it back to Rutgers, we're giving it back to them with great field position as they're beating us on the outside. Quick wide receiver screen. Paul Woods is able to turn that to 11. You hate to see it. So a couple plays later, you know, we did get him to like a 1 yard gain. It's nothing too great. But there's Woods slicing and dicing. Paul Woods making us look silly out here. I think I saw some broken ankles out there. Not literally, but you know what I mean. As now Chrysler, he's going to finish it up with another touchdown. This time to Isaiah Washington. And it was just tied not too long ago, but now we're down by 21. Oh no. So now we have to score. Don't know how we're going to score. We haven't been able to figure it out all second half so far. As Chad McKenzie gets blown up like a Christmas tree. But he does make the catch, and it's still a 1st down. And then we're going to throw it to Andrew Green. Get out of bounds. At least for now, it will stop the clock just a little bit. But on 3rd and 1, Wallen, he's looking around. He's going to try to throw it to Green, but Green drops that one too. Of course, you already know what time it is, man. You know, scared money don't make any money, as Uncle Sam always says. And Uncle Sam may be right. Here is Jesse Walden, picks up the first with his legs. We're able to keep our drive alive, and therefore keep the chances of us winning this game alive, even though it's still not looking too good. As Jesse Walden, he's going to slide down, but he picks up 9, but that means the clock's going to still keep running here as Walden dropping back. He's going to try to throw it to McDaniel, and McDaniel just straight mosses somebody. What a catch by Mark McDaniel. It's going to be a 2-score game. So now, of course, we are going to go for the onside kick. I just don't trust the defense right now. So we're going to see if we can get the ball back. And unfortunately, that's not going to be the case for us, though, as Derek Elliott's going to fall on it. So hopefully we can get a quick 3 and out or something like that. Alright, so let's see if we can actually get this 3 and out or not. As we did not, we slowed him down initially. However, there's Young going through bodies as Julian Swan. He's going to try and strip it from behind. Unfortunately, it does not work as Aaron Moore has to trip him up there. Just keep it manageable. I put my tackling on aggressive just because we're having a hard time tackling anyways. At least I want to give our guys a better chance to at least maybe force a fumble. You know, I think at this point it's going to take some turnovers for us to get back into this game here. As on 1st and goal, we could have gotten that turnover. Unfortunately, none of our guys are paying attention. We at least saw him to a 3rd and goal, and Swan's going the wrong direction. I don't know what Swan was looking at. I don't know if he's looking at that Taco Bell deal that's right across the street or something. But he went in the exact opposite direction. And now we're down by 21 again. What a terrible time to make a mental error. That is J.R. Smith level. What just happened before my eyes. Completely my fault, by the way. I will say that. But still, that is rough. As now we're going to be back on offense. There's Mark McDaniel getting us into Rutgers territory. We need a quick score here. We can't stall out any longer. We got to be perfect from here on out as Freddie Gibson makes a nice 20-yard grab. Nice throw, by the way, for Jesse Wallen. We should love to see it. As now 1st and 10. Wallen going to try to throw it to Mark McDaniel again, but Charles Smith comes in at the last second and make the deflection. But now we're going to try the same thing. We saw something go in the last timeout. but we didn't see it that time around. As that falls harmlessly to the ground. At least stops the clock for us though, as we have a long 3rd and 10 going up. So like, screw it. We're gonna run a trying to run a screen, and the screen doesn't work either. So now 4th and 13. Any chance of winning this game comes down to this play, and Walton's gonna at least keep the hope alive. As Walton, he scrambles, nobody accounts for him, and it's 1st and goal, which Patrick Cruz nearly finishes, but he's gonna be brought down at the 1. So now we're just gonna go ahead, try to punch it in, and we're successful on the 1st try. We get it down to a 2-score game, and if we don't get the ball back, we at least finish strong here. And that was 100% the case. We tried to do the onside kick. The onside kick does not work out for us, and we're going to end up losing this game 45-31. You know, we had an opportunity to win this game. We just lost it in the 2nd half, and you hate to lose in that kind of fashion when it could have gone differently if it wasn't for, you know, the 2nd half, of course.
To checking out the stats for our guys, we actually didn't play that bad as a team. We were actually pretty solid. It was just one of those things where we just kind of ran out of gas in the 2nd half, and it kind of showed after about halftime, because, you know, Jesse Wallen, you know, he actually didn't turn the ball over, 280 yards and a touchdown, 77% completion percentage, which is really good for him. Running game, we also combined for over 100 yards. Jesse Wallen led us once again, despite being hurt. You know, he had 77 yards and a touchdown on the ground. John Christensen, he had nearly 40 yards and 2 touchdowns. You know, our receivers, you know, didn't help us out too much. You know, we had some key drops that kind of led to this result, but John Christensen and Mark McDaniel each tied for 6 catches. But Mark McDaniel, man, he was balling out today. He had 80 yards, and he also had our only touchdown in the air as well, mossing a Rutgers safety, which was at least really cool to watch. One of the few bright spots in the 2nd half. And then our defense, man, you know, our defense did do its very best. Derek Jackson, you know, was a certified baller out there. He had 10 tackles out there. It was twice as many as anyone else on our football team. He was all over the place, doing his very best to trying to get the upset. Josh Parker, he also got a sack, and unfortunately, even though we didn't have any turnovers, we didn't have any force any turnovers ourselves. But I mean, the defense, you know, it did its very best despite what the scoreboard says at the end of the day. Alright, so I also ended up simulating the South Carolina game, and it went just as well as it would have expected. We did lose that game, so we will also end up falling 3-7. But we got 2 more games on our horizon. We're gonna go on the road one more time against the Iowa Hawkeyes, who we went to Iowa last year and lost pretty badly, if I remember correctly. And then we're gonna finish the season out at home against Cal from the Pac-12. It should be a good end to the season though, so make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.